Hi everybody, welcome back to 30 Days Until Dawn. Welcome to August 2016. It took me all morning to get that boulder cantilevered on top of these couple of rocks. I just want to show you, on the trail and we came upon this thing. It's just amazing. It has absolutely nothing to do with our prompt today or this month. This month, we're going to start a new month. We've never done this before. We're going to do our month of afters. And what we're doing in an after poem is you're going to write it after Shakespeare or after John Donne or after whomever. And what you do there is you try to capture the same sort of feeling or idea or argument. You might have an argument with the poet, you might disagree with what the poet's saying, that kind of thing. You might agree. You might write a poem in the style of, right? It's merely a reaction to the original poet. And there's a very long and fine tradition of after poems. If you take a look at there's some that go on for hundreds and hundreds of years with different poets. The Nymph's Reply to the Shepherd is a famous example of that. You can look that up. And it's a fantastic way of making sure that of developing what you're saying and having conversations through arts. And the arts are really a conversation, right? All the arts are conversations about culture, about society, about where we are, about what our place in the universe is. And sometimes you'll come across a writer you absolutely agree with about what they have to say, and sometimes you'll find somebody you disagree with, and that's good too. And that's what the I can't remember what the original one is. The shepherd something. The shepherd asks the nymph, "Come on, let's go off and have sex," and then a couple hundred years later, somebody replied and said, "I've got a whole life to live here. I can't just have one night of sex with you." And then it goes back and forth. It's a really interesting discussion, and of course, it has to do with the society in which people came from. So we're going to start off today with, by the way, I can't print other people's poems, so I'm going to put things that are widely available online so that you can go look them up. It would be dishonest for me to simply reprint somebody's poem, but I think I'd like to drive traffic to their sites too, so I think that's good. We're going to start with a poem called Tenderness by Stephen Dunn. And the poem is about a man who's having a woman whose abusive husband has gone to prison, and he's going to come out someplace, and it's told from the point of view of a young man, much younger than she is, who is still too sort of young to understand what tenderness is, and they have a relationship, an affair, really, while this guy's in prison, and he learns tenderness, and that's the gist of the poem. Now, I've seen a lot of reactions to this. It's always very touching to me because she's finding a little bit of happiness that she can find when this guy is being abusive to her. A lot of people get angry at this poem because she is having an affair, right? And it's sort of a celebration of an affair. Anyway, I'm not going to. Now you can copy the style. You can have a conversation with Stephen Dunn. You can do whatever you like. And when you're done with it, put it down below. And I'll see you tomorrow. 30 Days Until Dawn.